which he asked, "What changed for you from the past when you used to have a tough time against Magnus and now you beat him?" And I'm going to kind of build on that again with the psychological edge that again, as you said, maybe used to exist or does exist for Magnus in a lot of ways, wasn't there, even though you watched Magnus play really well today, right? He returned to Norway. He was on a roll. He
Mhm.
beat Danya and Alireza. Was there a part of you that was kind of looking at Magnus and worried about his form? And why does he not have the same psychological edge over you anymore if he used to?
Well, I mean, there are a few reasons. I have no ambitions in classical chess anymore. I have no ambitions, period, in chess. I'm a streamer first. So that's the most obvious point. A lot of people are going to make more jokes and memes about it, but at the end of the day, like if I think about it from like Ali Reza's perspective, I mean, obviously I don't know for sure that this is his perspective, but you know, back when I was playing chess all the time, playing top turns, there's really only one goal you have in mind, and that is try to get into the Canada's tournament. If you can get there, then you know the chips will fall where they may. That's obviously very much a coin flip or a roulette table when you're playing in such an event, because anything can happen, frankly. But it's like get to that tournament, maybe get to a world championship. So that's really the only thing you can think about. And the hardest part is that with Magnus always there playing such insane chess, you're always worried about him. Then you see him play all these games, like you see what he did against Alireza today, against Daniel, the way he stormed back against me. And it's very easy to just sort of stop thinking of him as a human. It really is. Like some of these things that he does on the board, sometimes you don't understand it. I mean, there are many examples from my own games against him that I could use. And I think the fact that I don't have such thoughts anymore, I don't really worry about trying to become world champion or trying to get to number one. I mean, these things are just like gravy on top of the mashed potatoes, as we like to say here in the South. So I think for me, it's just like I just play, I have fun. And also I have to add separately, though, I think for Magnus, one of the perhaps I don't want to say mistakes, but I think he watched a lot of my streams during the heart of the pandemic. And I think when you watch my streams, it also sometimes makes me seem better at chess than I actually am, too, because I'm explaining all these things, all these deep concepts. And I think that also might play some role as well. So I don't know if I completely answered your question, but I mean, I think it's just I don't care. I just play, have fun. Whatever happens. Nothing changes in my world. You know, I can become world champion. I'll still be a streamer first. Nothing's going to change. So no pressure, no worries, no stress in life. And I'm sure there's some psychology inspiration thing that someone's done on this exact thing, but it is what it is.